This is Captain Bob Woodward for Fish Wrap Magazine. We're giving some tips on halibut fishing today. I fish an 8-foot graphite rod, a fairly stiff rod, so I can get a quick hook set. I usually back the drag off a little after I get hooked up and then play it accordingly. What happens with halibut, they tend to get vertical and shake. And if you have too much drag on them, those sharp teeth are going to break your line, especially when you're fishing with 15-pound tests like we were using today. I'm using this small Avid. It's an SX 5.0. Great reel for halibut fishing. Very sensitive. It's a lever drag, so it's very sensitive to drag adjustments. I can really work the drag on it, and it seems to be like my favorite reel for halibut fishing. Do a little halibut fishing here with the team from Fish Wrap. Triple swivel. Oh, beautiful fish. Look at this fish right here. Okay, go ahead and as I gap this, go ahead and cam over here. All right. Okay.
Nice fish.
Right on.
Nice.
You know, it's kind of an average halibut that we get down here in Baja, California. That's California halibut. And we're using a triple swivel rig. Nice one. This is your standard triple swivel. Okay, the biggest mistake I see people making halibut fishing is fishing a sliding sinker. And the reason being, the sliding sinker is on the bottom, and when weeds and or eelgrass gets caught on it, that goes straight up to your hook. Not a good idea. With this, the sinker is down and your bait is out and up from the bottom. So anything this weight goes through, that eelgrass and those weeds, or whatever it is, those hang-ups, will not go up onto your bait. It makes for a very effective halibut rig. You can't let the fish run like you would with a sliding sinker. You've got to go for a quick hook set, maybe 2 seconds at the most, set the hook. When these big halibut eat it, they've inhaled it, you want to get a quick hook set, and there you go, off to the races. I'm using a Mustad, a regular old 94 150. The reason I use this versus an Owner or a Gamakatsu or some of the sharper hooks is because we're dragging this bait for quite a while along the bottom. And the thing about this hook is it's not so sharp that it will reset or refoul into your hook. I take this out of the box and I put an edge on it. I hone it down, get it a little bit sharper than out of the box. Mustad 94 150, 3-way swivel, about 1.5 ounce torpedo sinker, depending on wind, all the way up to 3 ounces if I need it to hold the bottom. And normally in the spawn we're fishing 20 to 40 feet of water. So when those fish get up in that warm water, this is the best rig for it. Alright, so we're going to fillet a California halibut here. Try and save all the meat that we can. Make our first incision right there below the gill plate. We're going to turn them around. Make a center cut right up the middle. Now with your first incision here behind the gill plate, and then you just work along the backbone as you would with any other fish. The larger halibut, we actually make an incision down the middle since they're so long that a larger one you can't get the knife all the way across. This one's borderline. I'm going to go ahead and keep this piece whole. And then at the tail here, we're going to go ahead and come through. And I will work along the backbone and just come on down, meeting up here. Ow, that sucker got me with his tooth. And there you have it. Nice little fillet of California halibut. And that, my friends, is some tasty meat. Okay, so it's just the same as any other fish. When you come in to skin the fish, the skin's down. You make yourself a cut. I usually make a little bit larger cut just so I have something substantial to hold. A halibut's a very slippery fish. And then you just run along the bottom here. And as I push down, I like a thin blade knife because it flexes and it bends. And then we just come right along. And as we go down, we get the skin right off the meat. It's ready for barbecue. That's how we do it. Okay, so some people don't fillet the backside of a halibut. It's kind of a shame because there's quite a bit of meat left on the backside here in the belly. So as you see, you still got a lot of meat left on that belly side. This is just a small fish. Plenty of tacos. Don't ever let anybody tell you to just do the front side of a halibut. Get both sides. If you can't see through it, you didn't do a good job. You see the sun through there?
Yeah.